Ladies and gentlemen, we are reacting to our Championship 2022-23 predictions. We got it all wrong. I'm going to apologise before even checking the table. That's how bad it's got.
Theo, forget that. Your Sevilla-Roma vlog was fantastic. You met Bono, Theo.
I did. What a guy.
Did you get his glove?
That's it. Cut this out. That's a disgrace.
Birmingham City, I said 22nd, Theo said 23rd. They were 17th, an ageing squad, Theo. Problems behind the scenes. Not a good time to be a Birmingham fan.
We both put them to get relegated, and they avoided it, especially with the problems. I mean, midway through the season, they announced that they'd lost £24.8 million. The previous year, the fans were left in the dark, and yet they still found a way out, and I think it's that experience in the lineup.
But it's got to be hard watching Aston Villa 7th in the Premier League.
That is true, Thogdad.
Blackburn Rovers of Lancashire, I said 7th. You said 14th, Theo. They were 7th. I got this right. You owe everyone a Mars bar. But you know
Shocker.
what? Goal difference of -2. If the goal difference was better, they get in the playoffs.
If you hit the like, I will give away a Mars bar to one of the likers. Drop me a follow on Instagram. I'm actually going to be sending out 100 Mars bars to someone at random. I got this one completely wrong.
I just had faith in them, but they ran out of steam late in the season. Too many draws late on. Blackpool, I said 21st, you said 21st. They were relegated in 23rd. Theo, nobody had more defeats. Nobody had more goals conceded.
In a year where they conceded 72 goals and lost 24 games, I don't think many Blackpool fans will be watching to hear the positives that we had to say. Next year, you're playing Bolton. I'm sorry, lads.
Bristol City, I said 20th. You said 19th.
Yes.
They were 14th, a little better than we expected, Theo. The owner, Steve Lansdowne, he's a multi-billionaire. He's looking for new investors.
Surprising that he doesn't put more money into the club. I guess he is trying to run it on a pretty business perspective. He's trying to make a profit out of it. But what would you do if you were an owner and you had his level of income?
It's a very good question because these owners, Theo, have got other businesses. They can't pile everything into one business.
Overall, we predicted them to go out and be in a relegation battle. They weren't. They were middle of the table, pretty comfortable. Maybe they can push on for playoffs next year. There's been some special talents like 19-year-old Alex Scott.
Burnley of Lancashire, I said 4th. You said 6th. They were top of the league. The most goals, the best defence, 101 points. They only lost 3 games all season. Well done, Burnley.
Was Vincent Kompany the manager when we set our predictions? That's the question.
I think he was, Theo. And what a manager he's been. I reckon they could survive in the Premier League.
Maybe he was the manager, but they definitely didn't sign the players that they went on to do it. We filmed this quite early into the summer. They got promotion as well at their rival stadium. They're looking at the likes of James Trafford, my brother, in the Premier League. It's a big step up for him, but definitely would be an interesting move. And him being Carlisle-based, it isn't too far from the family.
They've got players like Josh Brownhill, who I thought was magnificent, definitely in the team of the season.
I just think if they get their tactics right, Vincent Kompany, he is I met him at one of the Bolton games. Even his son is a legend, I'm sure he's watching. But he's just such a great motivator. He's like a father figure in the dressing room. I really believe in Burnley next year, and I really am excited to see what business they do.
Cardiff City, I said 18th, you said 15th. They were 21st, and they only survived because of Reading's -6 point deduction there.
Surviving is surviving, but there's a lot of questions in doubt. They need to bring in a lot of talent to kick on next season. Looking forward to next year, they need to find a way to reduce that 11th-place gap with Swansea City. It's too far, isn't it?
And that's what it's all about. Massive rivalry between those two South Wales clubs.
Soon we'll be talking about Wrexham in the mix by the looks of how they're getting promoted.
Wow, that would be fantastic. Coventry City, I said 13th, you said 9th. We underestimated them. They were 5th and they lost out in the playoffs. I'm sorry, Cov fans.
A few minutes from Premier League football, Dad. They had a Wembley trip. The likes of Hamer and Gyökeres, I'm sure they're going to be... Yeah, I've seen lots of Premier League links. I can't see them being there another year. Now it's a different situation. It's about retaining their best players, bringing in some youth, seeing what they could do, or reinvesting the money they get from the likes of Gyök if he goes to Everton or wherever. And they've got a massive fan base, and they do deserve to be one day back in the Prem.
Huddersfield Town, I said 14th. You said 16th. They were 18th, and last season they were 3rd place.
So this is probably one of our best takes.
Yes.
We said pretty much low mid-table. Actually, in February, when Neil Warnock entered the scene, he practically saved their season. So well done to Huddersfield for staying up.
Yeah, they're a bit leaky at the back. That is the problem. Defence there. They need to tighten up. Hull City, I said 17th. You said 18th. They were 15th here. Now, this is the team with the 8th most expensive squad in the league. This is underachievement.
Yeah, they won 14, drew 16, and lost 16. So a fairly average season. They can kick on. They need investment. Let's see what happens with Hull.
Luton Town, I said 8th. You said 8th. They were 3rd there. They've been promoted to the Premier League. They only lost 8 games all season. First of all, Tom Lockyer there.
Yes.
One of the best centre-backs in the league. Injured in that final. We wish him a speedy recovery.
Super Tommy Lockyer. I really hope you are ready to go in the Premier League because you are going to City away, Liverpool away, United away. Luton Town have made history. We're not going to sit here and talk about their stadium because everybody online has. I cannot wait until Haaland flies a ball into someone's garden. It's going to be crazy. What they did, it was that home form. They only lost 8 games all season.
Carlton Morris, 20 goals, 6 assists. What a special player he is.
Really good player. He got stuck in and he got the job done with all the important goals. It's iconic. It's what football's all about.
And do you know
what, Theo?
This is brilliant for the community, isn't it?
I love it. Yeah, it's great for the community and it's exactly what they deserve. And Panzu as well. He's complete football. He's stuck with Luton from the National League. Now he's in the Premier League. He has literally completed it all. Nobody has done that with one club gone from the National League to the Premier.
Middlesbrough, I said 6th, you said 4th, and they were 4th, Theo.
Yes,
they only just lost out in the playoffs. 84 goals they scored. That is the second most in the league. And the thing is, Theo, if you went to every Middlesbrough game this season, you'd have seen 140 goals.
Pre-season, there were Borough fans saying, Chuba Akpom, he is not good enough. We need to get rid of him. And then he did little things like writing down notes in training of when he did well, when he didn't, you know, making notes how he could improve, watching back his highlights.
Yeah.
And now, Dad, he sits there as the championship top goal scorer, 28 goals. But Borough, they're a club on the up, and it's nice to see them doing well.
Millwall, I said 9th, you said 13th. They were 8th, Theo. They must be gutted because they lost on the last day of the season to Blackburn. If they'd won that, they're in the playoff.
And in the last 4 games, they'd lost 3 of them. Just speaking to my Millwall friends on that train back, they were just thinking, what are we doing? This is not the same team that we've watched throughout the season.
Millwall Football Club is a proper football club. I like the fans. I love the way the club is run. One of my friends is a director there. They overperformed. Good luck next season.
Yeah, good luck.
And this is where we look really stupid. Norwich City, first, they were 13th. All I can say, the yo-yo is broken, Theo.
It's broken, Dad. It's done. Let's be Avenue is all I can say. We both said first.
Well, the thing
Maybe
is,
we need to get on the pitch and be like, let's be out after a few wines and all.
They have got the 4th most expensive squad in the league. This is massive underachievement from Norwich.
Awful.
Not good enough, is it?
I want to hear what Norwich fans have to say in the comments. Watching you guys week in, week out, like, where did it all go wrong?
Preston North End of Lancashire, I said 10th. You said 17th. They were actually 12th, and they ended the season really poorly. 1 point in the last 5 games. Poor goal difference. I mean, that's the thing about Preston. It's mediocrity.
Only picking up 1 point in the last 5 games is simply not good enough.
Probably won't get relegated. They probably won't get promoted. How does it feel to be a Preston fan?
We both got it wrong, but we also got it right. There's a massive mid-table stretch in the Championship, and us saying 10th and 17th isn't too far off 12th.
Queen's Park Rangers, I said 11th, you said 11th.
Jeez.
And they're 20th there. They had a goal difference of minus 27. West London expects better. Now, your mate is a QPR fan. What's he saying right now?
He agrees with us that 11th would have been a realistic finish. When we made this prediction donkeys ago, Michael Beale was still the manager. He went to Rangers, he's been doing other things, and the manager that came in is simply not good enough. He's lost the plot here, and his tactics are not impressing QPR fans. Sort it out, lads. QPR, what do you really know? What's that one position you want? Let us know in the comment.
Reading Football Club, I said rock bottom, you said 22nd.
I did.
They were 22nd. They were relegated. That minus 6 point deduction didn't help, did it?
Yeah, that was the 6 points that switched it with them and Cardiff.
Over 2 decades, isn't it, since they were in the 3rd tier of football.
So it is unfortunate for them. And I think the likes of Tom Holmes, my mate, you know, centre-back, he's going to get stuck in next year, help them bring back up. I think you got Bolton next year, you got some new clubs to go to. You've been stuck in the same league for a while, so it's time to mix things up. Some new away days. I think the fans got to be positive and look out and just enjoy it.
Rotherham United, I said 23rd, you said 24th. They were 19th here, which is not a great position, but it's survival. They've got the 2nd cheapest squad in the league.
And when they lost the likes of Michael Smith, you and me were looking at each other thinking, my God, they've just gone to Sheffield Wednesday, a team in the league below. And now you're expected to survive in that league above. And they found a way of doing it. So this is what I call a successful season.
Sheffield United, I said 3rd, you said 5th. They were 2nd. That is automatic promotion.
That tastes like promotion!
Hey, that's my line there. Yeah. The 3 teams with the tightest defences in this league all got promoted.
There's a lot of new positions that they need to invest in. It depends in the summer what they do. You get more money for getting promoted through the playoff final than you do for 2nd.
Stoke City, I said 12th, you said 10th. They were 16th, Theo. Another miserable season at the Bets 365 Stadium. It's another club with rich owners, and maybe there isn't the investment into the squad.
And another club where we both said mid-table finish, and they practically had that.
And what I didn't like, Theo, 1 point from the last 5 games, it's like they gave up. I mean, there's loads of teams in this league who I remember as Premier League teams, as Tier 1 teams. Stoke is one of them. So I reckon the fans will be a bit miserable right now.
George is not happy.
Sunderland, I said 16th. You said 12th. They were 6th. They got into the playoffs. They lost to Luton in the semi-finals. I reckon if Ross Stewart, Theo, only played 13 games, 10 goals, 3 assists, if he hadn't been injured for most of the season, Could have gone further.
Much better than what we both predicted, and it's the likes of Jack Clark, Dad, special player, isn't he?
Special player, 9 goals, 11 assists. I remember when he was at Leeds United. He's got a long way to go in his career.
The away fans travel more than anybody else in the Championship, and next year they're going to do the same. It's like a 12th man there.
Swansea City, I said 15th, you said 7th. They were 10th, Theo.
Okay.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was kind of in between us there. They didn't make the playoffs, but not a bad season.
Absolutely. Interestingly, the last 5 games, 13 points, so they ended very strongly.
With a good manager, but there's a lot of interest now. With Southampton getting relegated, they're looking to pocket their manager often.
Yeah, Joel Pirro, Theo, 19 goals, 2 assists. Not a bad plug. Watford, I said 2nd, you said 2nd, and they were 11th, Theo.
Yes.
Now, this is the club with the most expensive squad in the league, so a massive underachievement. Elton John is not a happy man.
Poor season, they're going to lose one of their best players in João Pedro, but they will get some investment from that 34 million, won't they, Dad?
Yeah, now he's on his way to Brighton. How's he going to do that?
With João Pedro, I'm not fully convinced when I've watched him live. However, Brighton have this incredible ability to find the style of play and understand how he fits their system. So I'm very excited to see how he does, and I think he will be a good signing.
West Bromwich Albion, I said 5th, you said 3rd. They were 9th again, underachievement, and the season did not end well. They lost 3 of the last 4 games. What is the problem here, Theo?
Well, they made a lot of big money signings. They got Reading, John Swift, and he turned up and got them 15 contributions, which is all right, but for his own standards, probably isn't as good as they imagined. Why couldn't the likes of Dyer or Dyke do more? I mean, he's a good player, started 14, scored 7. Is that enough? Clearly not enough to get in the playoffs. That was their aim, and they've failed here, and they've spent a lot of money.
Wigan Athletic, I said 19th, you said 20th, and they were 24th and relegated. Let's not forget, Theo, problems behind the scene, a 6-point deduction. That doesn't help, does it?
No, no one likes to see that, and we're not going to stand here and say that we're happy for that, even though we're Bolton fans. No, next year, I really hope they get into a better financial place so we can have a lot of those derby days and enjoy that special rivalry.
I take no pride in this, Theo. No. Wigan actually ended the season quite well. 8 points from the last 4 games, so that bodes well for next season.
If they can hold on to a few of these in League One, the likes of Callum Lang will score a few. I'm excited to see how they do. Maybe they'll push for promotion. Be a great battle between Bolton and Wigan. Maybe go for the title race next year. Imagine a Northwestern title race with them.
You mentioned a title race, Theo. Overall, Thogden, you got minus 122. Thogdad got minus 108. That means I'm the winner, Theo.
We have successfully reacted to our championship predictions. We need to do a lot more notes going into next year. But smash the like button and we will continue our predictions. Next year, it's going to be massive. Loads of new teams coming into the league. Everything's been mixed around. Thogdad, you enjoyed it?
I have loved it. Let us know in the comments who's going to be the top 6 next season.
See you all in a bit. Bye-bye.